so we'll keep it on Falcon Heavy.
Is that your favorite?
I think it might be.
What's going on, guys? So we're back with another video, and today we have the pleasure of filming a Tesla Model 3. Thank you to my friend Nathaniel Curtis.
What is up?
You guys might know who he is because he is known as an Instagram guru.
Oh my goodness.
Influencer, photographer, whatever you want to call him, that's who he is.
Oh, just inflate me up, dude. Inflate me.
And then Curtis, could you introduce our friend in the back?
This is my friend Kate. Hey. She flew out to visit and hang out for a couple days. She came out. She's living down in Southern California, but she wanted to hang out with me for a few days, so she's here as well.
Awesome. So today we're here checking out his new Tesla Model 3.
Yeah.
And he just got it 2 days ago?
Yeah, 2 days ago.
And this is honestly, I mean, this is the first time I've been in one and the first time I've ridden in one. And this is the first time. Have you driven one before or no?
I'd driven a few of them before, yeah. But having it now is definitely, I've learned a lot more about it and how it works.
So basically what we're gonna do today is kind of just walk through, like just drive it around and get the initial impression, and he's just gonna walk me through how it works, because as you can see, it's got, I mean, basically a huge iPad on the front, and from what I can tell, it's pretty nice. It's got, what is this?
This is just this big old sunroof.
The whole way back?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, let's just go for a drive and then kind of just walk us through how it works.
So I'll take you guys through a few of the basic functions before we get started. So here's all of your basically your options, your, what's it called? Your controls. These are quick controls. I can turn up and down the brightness. I'll turn it up so you guys can really see it. But these are my basic things. If I want to adjust my steering wheel, I can hit this, and then basically I can pull it in, pull it out, go up, down, however I want it. And then let's actually put it back how I had it. There we go.
That's crazy.
And then you have basically this is all of your settings. Autopilot. So for autopilot, the car can essentially steer itself and drive itself wherever you need it to go. It has certain restrictions. You're not supposed to do it in just basic towns and cities. You're supposed to only use it on the freeway. Because it can identify the lines on the ground. It's pretty accurate. It's 100% accurate, actually. It's really great. And then when you're setting these settings, you can say how far away you want to be from the car in front of you. So you can see a little image, how many car distances away. And you can go up to 7 car distances away.
Is 3 kind of like the standard? Yeah,
it's like 3 to 5 is standard. So speed limit warning, it can tell you if you're crossing the speed limit, but you can have your speed limit like, oh, don't warn me unless it's I'm going 10 miles over the speed limit. This is really helpful. The forward collision warning, it will basically recognize if you're going a certain speed and something is stopped in your path. When it begins to find that you are going too fast to stop in time, or it's like starting to get there, it will warn you saying, hey, slow down, there's something stopped in your path. So basically if you're going 10 miles an hour, it will take a lot longer for it to tell you, but if you're going like 50 miles an hour, it will tell you way ahead of time, pretty early, that there's something stopped in your path. So that's really exciting, and it beeps at you, and it will appear on the screen as a red object in front of your car.
Now, is this one of the cars that will kind of like brake a little bit for you first, or no? Yes, but what that is called regenerative braking. So that's not necessarily, if it was an autopilot, yes, it would brake and come to a full stop all by itself. But if I'm driving, it's not that it brakes for objects, but what it will do is when you pull off the gas, energy will get sent back into the motor, and that will cause the car to slow down, but it'll also essentially recharge the car in and of itself. So it'll feel like you're braking, but you won't. And that also helps your brakes last, 3, 4, 5 times as long, because you're not actually using them. It's just the power of the motor going back into the motor. But yeah, anyways, so there's a lot of options in here, but let's keep moving around to what there is. So the navigation is huge.
Yeah, the navigation's great. You can go out.
It's like an iPhone, isn't it?
It'll show you all the charging stations. Yeah. And when you click on one, it'll tell you usually how much it costs to go to that station, And on your phone, it'll actually tell you, oh yeah, there's 13 out of 20 stalls available. So 13 people are charging at that station right now.
So do you know, like, so it says like 28 cents per kilowatt. Do you know how much?
It's very inexpensive. I mean, I filled up my car from 0 to just about full for about $8.
Oh, wow.
Is what I ended up costing. But it also varies time of day. So some days are cheaper. Some places it was just free. It didn't cost anything. So it all depends on where you are.
And how busy it is.
And how busy it is. And if you stay in the spot after your car's charged, it'll actually start charging you a fee per minute that you're just hanging out there.
Oh, wow.
Because they need to obviously keep it open for other people that want to come through. If you are ever traveling across the country, obviously you can see there's a lot of charging stations. If I were to set a destination, it will basically, like, let's just say navigate. Let's just do it. It will start planning my route for me and finding superchargers for your trip. So it will basically route me from supercharger to supercharger in the fastest possible way to get to where I want to go. Yeah, see, so that, and it tells me how long I need to spend at each charge. So say I will be at 13% battery by the time I get to Sacramento. I need to charge it for 25 minutes. Here I need to charge it for 20, 15, 25. It'll tell me each spot along the way.
Like the minimum amount of time you need to stay there.
That's exactly right. Which is pretty intuitive. I would say that's pretty excellent. So let's go to these other things. We got my rear camera. I can throw it on anytime. This is my charge.
So how many miles do you get on a full charge?
About 300.
300?
Yeah.
So that'll pretty much get you anywhere.
Basically, essentially so. Yeah, and right now this is my limit. So I can set my limit for the day and how much I wanted to charge to. It's a lithium ion battery, so it keeps its best charge for longer. The battery life will last about 5 times as long as I keep the charge between 20% and 80%. You typically don't want to fill it up all the way unless you're actually taking a long trip. Okay, so this is for voice commands. We don't have any voice commands right now. I can switch this, check my tire pressure, switch it the other way, a few other settings. Here's my music, pop it up. In the settings is pretty sweet. I can set all my settings really easily. Lows, mids, highs, treble, bass. Balance is cool. I can set where I want the music to be focused on.
So you could put all of it, for example, in the very back corner.
Yeah, I could essentially have all the music focused right on Kate in the back. But this is just your basic surround sound right here. Let's see here. This is pretty sweet if I go into the air conditioning.
Whoa, that's sick.
So essentially, yeah, if Miguel's like, I don't know, over here, leaning over, I can split it. I can have the air going to wherever. If I wanted the air and I was like, no, Miguel, I want it, I could put it over here. You could turn it off yourself. You could push it up and over yourself. And yeah, you can put it wherever you want, essentially. As well as here is for the back vents. And then how fast you want it to be blasting you, and it'll slowly turn up. Yeah, let's see here, let's turn down. And then right here, this is your seat heaters. All the seats have seat heaters, and they go up to 3. Boom, boom. It'll tell you. Or turn them all off. Let's see here. Let's put that down. And
I mean, this is by far the nicest display on any car. It's like a Retina, like an iPhone.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's really nice, super crystal clear. As we start driving, you'll see how
the car
well
moves.
Yeah, not only that, but how well and intuitively it picks up its environment. It's really interesting. So this is one last thing. This is a lot of fun. There's this little button right here, little Tesla button. You hit it. It gives you a little info about your car. Please blur that out.
I will. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. But when you click this, you have some secret little things. So let's just say Miguel and I are going on a hot date. I can turn it into romance mode, and now it will slowly get warmer in the car to emulate the fire. So let's turn that off.
Don't they have like dog? Like if you have a dog, can't you set it to like if you go to it, apparently you can set it to like a certain temperature in here if you have like a pet or something.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
I don't know how to access it, but I saw that's something like new.
Interesting. Well, a few other things here is we can go to Santa mode.
Ho ho ho. Ho 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 ho. I think that's what you saw as dog mode right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dog mode's for your car.
It'll say like my owner's away or something like that.
Exactly. And then so we have Mars mode. We can go on Mars. And then of course my car turns into a spaceship because of course. Then we have Atari. We can play Atari games.
Like video, like actual games on here?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So it'll load up and then I can start playing games. Let's exit out of this because I want to show you what's good. Real quick, let's go to display. I'm gonna open up the glove box.
Oh wow.
And then I'm gonna check.
Do you want to close it?
You know, keep it open. Just make sure we're not getting any issues here. You can go to screen clean mode. Hits it, turns black. Now I can kind of clean up the screen real easily without pushing things around.
Tesla has thought of literally everything.
Oh, absolutely everything. Perfect. And now it's a lot cleaner, just in case any smudges. And then I need to hold it down for a couple seconds and it will turn right back on. All right, next, let's see here. Go back off Mars mode. And we have here is the little sketchbook. I could draw something. And the whoopee cushion mode. So essentially, if I want to play a prank on one of my friends, they're about to get in the car, I can set whoopee cushion mode on there, and it will, when they go to sit down, it'll.
So like if I move, will it do it, or do I have to get up? Press the left steering. Oh, you have to press the button.
Press the left steering, scroll.
Does it click? Like, can you press it in?
There you go. But yeah, if I don't like that fart sound, I can change it. There's a couple different options here.
Great.
There's not a fart, short shorts ripper, Falcon heavy. We heard the ludicrous, neuro stink, boring fart, and I'm so random.
God.
Yeah, so we'll keep it on Falcon heavy.
Is that your favorite?
I think it might be. But yeah, I could set it here so that when the next person who gets in the car, when they sit down.
Oh wow, so it like sounds from each corner.
Yeah, it'll act as a whoopee cushion. Let's see, back here.
Oh, God.
We need autopilot mode to initiate cowbell, but it will turn into basically a rainbow road like in Mario.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was pretty interesting. Let's see if there's any, oh yeah.
Do you want to throw that in there?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so that's essentially the display settings. Let's go on a quick little ride, and we'll show you how everything works.
Sweet.
Yay. You just press down on this guy.
Oh, so that essentially, so where's your blinker on the other side?
Yeah.
And then you just shift with that?
Yep, just shift up and down. Up is reverse.
So how do you know if the car is on versus off? Is it just like if this display is on?
I would just walk away from the car, it just turns off by itself.
Oh, nice.
It's based on my proximity to the car.
Got it.
Yeah. All right, let's do the thing. Let's see.
Say that one more time?
Yeah, I'll also pretty accurately read like the size of the car and pick up like the people that are around. So it'll show little people icons when they're walking past the car and things.
So if you're trying to do autopilot, you said it doesn't let you do it in the city? Like it only does it on the freeway?
It doesn't really work in a town like this. I was driving through San Francisco yesterday just fine and without any autopilot issues.
Yeah.
But yeah. So let's take it on the freeway for a sec so you can see what it can do.
With the what, in terms of autopilot and the speed?
Yeah.
Is it fast?
It's very fast. It is very quick, very fast. So if I take my foot off the gas here,
yeah,
that's slow down.
Oh whoa.
That's the regenerative braking.
Oh, I see. Feeling. So can you disable that or?
I can if I want to, but it's not a good idea.
There's no reason, yeah.
It puts battery life back into the car. So there's this little dot thing here. Yeah. That is how much energy you're using. So if I speed up, it'll tell me like how much energy. But if I slow down, see I'm saving energy.
Oh, I see.
Right. So, I mean, even just that little, like, to 35, you felt a little kick in how fast it got up there. So it's pretty fast with all of that. The only thing that was has been a little hard of an adjustment, which I found out that is actually pretty common amongst new Tesla owners, is it's very easy to get super motion sick.
Oh, because there's no like...
Because it can drive itself just fine, and you find yourself looking at your phone or doing whatever. And then the second thing is how fast it can speed up and the regenerative braking every time you use it. It's very, basically when they went through their testing process for testing this car, if I remember correctly, it was unflippable. Like they could not flip the car in the safety. So it's very easy to throw yourself around corners at high speeds just for fun, and knowing that nothing bad's gonna happen. But so it's very easy to get very motion sick from flying around so hard.
Yeah, because even when you stepped on it, since it doesn't, you know, like cars, like you'll go and then it'll shift and you'll kind of get that like little break.
Right.
This one, it just keeps going. It's kind of like a roller coaster.
Exactly. It definitely is very much so like a roller coaster.
Like, you know, like the feeling you get like a drop in a roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I imagine it feeling like, at least when you like step on it, you know?
Yeah, like.
Yeah, it just like keeps going. Jeez.
Definitely gives you a kick. It feels like you're heading into like warp speed.
Alright guys, so right now we're currently in full autopilot. So
yeah,
you're not touching the pedal?
No, I'm not touching
Not touching the wheel.
And you know, obviously we're turning right now.
Yesterday, Ben and I played patty cakes.
Here, I need to get
what does that mean?
Oh, just like, you know, like...
Oh, like actually...
Yeah.
I thought that was like some sort of game in here. I was like, wow.
No. But, yeah, so that's a little autopilot action. We could sit in traffic for a minute and you can see how it works, but that's just a lot of time.
Yeah, probably not worth it at this point.
Yeah, but, let's see. When I was in autopilot yesterday, it was really funny because I was sitting there like doing work and things like that, and some car was like right up next to me, like on my side, and kept on like pacing like at my like rate until I finally looked over, and there was this whole family, and they were looking at me. They're like, roll down your window. And they're like, that car is so crazy. And I was like, I know. They're like, it's just steering itself. And I was like, yeah, and I'm not doing nothing. I stick my leg up here, and they're like, what? I was like, yeah, it's the future, man.
It's a cool party trick too, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's pretty sweet. But
well, congrats, man. This car is awesome.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
Definitely worked your ass off for it.
I know. Finally.
So in case you guys don't know, follow him on Instagram. In case you need any. So what is it that you're doing with the Instagram growth? Because so he specializes in a lot of things. One of them being Instagram growth and social media growth in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to explain?
Yeah, essentially there's a lot of information about how to grow on Instagram all over the internet. A lot of it is basically just guesses, just people guessing. There are so many things that people say about the algorithm that actually are completely false, completely not true, that have become just very widespread and accepted as the facts when they're not the facts. For instance, somebody will say that, oh, within the first hour, your engagement determines how well your post will do. Well, that's not true. What it's actually testing for is what kind of audience will best respond to the photos or your posts. So if it's trying to figure out who likes what you're posting, so if all of your likes are coming from 18 to 24-year-old men who are interested in travel photography, well, that's what it's going to advertise to the most and put on the explore page for. So it's trying to decide who likes your photos and how much they like your photos, and the relativity, like how relative it is to your audience. So it really has nothing to do with just the first hour, if people like it or not. It's much more complicated than that. So I've been able to sit down with lots of people who actually work at Instagram and Facebook, and they've taught me a lot about how the algorithm works, as well as sat down with a lot of people who have tens of millions of followers who have given me other, facts of it as well, and kind of gave me a lot of insight into the psychology of followings and how people get attracted to want to follow an account like yours. So what I do is I either do like one-on-one coaching and like train people, or help build company accounts. That, or I also have an Instagram growth program which people can download and buy off my website, and people can learn for themselves how to grow their own Instagram pack. And that's honestly what I'd recommend, because it's the best deal for your best bang for your buck, because I have all the information there. You can re-listen to it as much as you want, and it's definitely pretty solid and heavy with information.
Awesome. Well, thanks, man. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put his Instagram on the screen somewhere, and a link down below, so that you guys can look at his Instagram, look at the content that he shoots, and then also visit his website and decide. I mean, he's got a whole video explaining what he does and how it works. So if you guys are interested, you can go ahead and check it out, and feel free to support him so he can get himself another Tesla.
Hey, let's go.
So yeah, I think we'll probably drive around a bit more, go grab some food, and then take a few more shots, and we'll call it a day. But
sounds good.
Yeah. All right, so we just pulled up to go get food, and Curtis goes, "Do you want to put it in the front or the rear trunk?" So I guess he's about to open it with his phone.
So I got my phone. My phone can do anything. It can control the car. What we're doing here is I go here and I do front trunk, and boom, opens up.
Fancy.
So
there you go.
In case someone gets locked in here, there's actually an emergency escape button. That'll get you out of there. And then basically what this can do is, just from the app, like let's say Miguel wanted to drive my car and I wasn't home, I can actually turn on the car from home or from anywhere in the world. He'll turn on, he could drive it, and then where is it? Controls.
How's it going?
I got the same car. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, man.
He just got his 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah.
I've had mine about a year.
Yeah, you love it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
No problems, yeah.
No problems? That's good.
Yeah.
That's positive.
What are you filming for?
Just my YouTube channel. He just got it 2 days ago, so we're kind of doing like a first impression review type thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's
so
your YouTube channel?
it's my name, Miguel Gutierrez.
How do you spell that?
Miguel, so M-I-G-U-E-L, and then G-U-T-I-E.
Okay.
R-R-E-Z.
Cool, I'll check it out.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a good one.
Yeah, have a great one, brother. So essentially from the controls, I can turn on like valet mode, meaning someone else is going to drive my car, and I can set their speed limit so that they can't drive over a certain speed limit in my car while they're driving it. So I could do whatever. I can have them like flash the lights, and I could honk, but it would be hella loud,
Yeah,
so I'm not going to do that.
Cool.
And there's a lot of other settings, like if people are like loitering like around the car, like it will tell me, and I can turn on the cameras and, see what they're doing. I can have it
So
honk
I'm sure
at them.
it helps in San Francisco.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
All right. Well,
anyways,
it's gonna go in the trunk, and we'll be back soon. So the last thing we're gonna be doing is giving you guys a tour of the outside of the car. So Curtis is gonna walk us around, show us all the cool features, and then most importantly, he's gonna show us how to open up the doors and well, what we can get from that. So take it away, Curtis. We're just walking around the whole car.
yeah, so essentially, you just heard the car beep. When my phone leaves the car, my phone is the key. If I don't have my phone, there's one of these. These are your keys. They're like little credit cards.
Oh, that's awesome. Are they metal?
Yeah, oh no, they're plastic.
Plastic, that's still sick.
Yeah, so basically, when I leave the car, it'll turn off and lock the car by itself. So essentially, to open up the front truck, or front trunk,
The front truck.
the back trunk, it's all from an app on my phone. Essentially, I can, in my controls, can have a flash, honk, start, front trunk, back trunk. We could do this again. Opens it up, boom. Whole
That's
space.
the trunk. You can fit a little human in here, maybe a little alien from Area 51.
Exactly, Area 51 alien comes through, kicks it, and in case they need to get out, there's an emergency eject button right here.
Boom.
They'll open it up, send them out. And
So
then
let's keep going around the car.
Yeah.
I see a bunch of cameras and sensors on it too, which I'm sure play a huge role.
right, so let's just say like somebody would be loitering around your car, like checking it out. The car will notify my phone, and I can actually tap into the security system and see what's going on, and basically look. And if I don't like what's going on, I can have it just start shedding alarms and playing music and stuff like that. I'll do all sorts of stuff, and including call the cops if necessary. Whenever you park, the windows
kind of rear view go in so no one takes them off. There are, I believe, 8 cameras around the outside. Whenever you're getting into the car, you can go one of 2 ways. It is recommended that you do it just like this. You stick your thumb right here, you push in and you pull out. And then, but however, a lot of people like to go like this and under. You just have to be careful of rings and bracelets and things like that, because people
Scratch it.
People get caught on it,
really?
or they can scratch the paint, of course.
Yeah. And then you've got a camera right here too.
Yeah, exactly.
And so what are these? I heard these are covers that you can pop off.
Yeah, so those all come off. Those are just hubcaps.
And these are for aero, right?
Yeah.
The covers on them basically help with the aerodynamics.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. So where do you charge this thing? Where's the port?
Oh, that's right here. So that's this guy. All I have to do is touch it, pops open. You got a little Tesla logo.
That's awesome.
When it's charging, it'll actually turn green at the charging port. I can just touch this and it, no, it's not gonna just close for me. No,
Of course not, it's on video.
Of course. But it's all right. I can just close it from my phone. There it is.
Of course.
So essentially, yeah,
that's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's the outside of it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, man.
Of course, brother.
Yeah, I wanted to share this with you guys, and obviously Gutierrez is a friend of mine, and I'm super proud of him and excited that he's able to experience something like this, because
blessed.
Like I said, he's been working his butt off, so he definitely deserves this. So
thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna flip it around. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please comment down below, let us know what you think of the car, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.